Hello, hello, and welcome back to Password. So, we've resonated. We're back on the good timeline. We're gonna save Haas, guys. We're gonna do it. I think I understand Haas fans now. I would occasionally get comments like, Haas best boy, and people telling me like, yo, Haas is like the best, and I'm like, Tyson's right there. Well, like I've been interested in Haas for a while, so it's kind of nice like actually getting to know him. But yeah, I think we'll just start reading, and by the time we're all assembled into the dining room, Orlando went into the kitchen only to bring us out breakfast. You know, you don't really have to cater for us. Oh, we can skip it. Right, it's the morning cater doing. Yeah, well, we're still gonna work out with Haas. Definitely gonna do the bike. That's a good conversation though. Like I do really like this scene. I'm still doing that one because I know I mean, bigger the better, right? Just like, damn. What was this question? Is Tyson your big bad or hero? He's my hero. He's the good guy, yeah. What was the question? Truth. It's always better to tell the truth. Yeah, I did that last time. Oh, wait. New dialogue. We got there, boys. It took only a moment before their recollection came back, seeing Haas like that. Wait! Haas looked at me funny, and I couldn't blame him. I was several levels too loud, and my voice cracked from the sudden outburst. Maybe Tyson isn't the best to go talk to? He can be a bit touchy. Well, yeah, you just said that. About personal stuff, I mean. Chances are you'd have a fight on your hands the moment you started prodding for him for information. I gulped, watching Haas process the information. He didn't seem convinced, though. Well, not as if he's there's anything good, if there's another good option, at least from what I can tell, unless you have a suggestion. What about Orlando? He's pretty honest about himself. You know, that's probably the safer bet anyway. Less likely I'd get into a fight with Orlando anyway. Good call. I watched Haas for a few moments. It seemed as though, as simple as that was, he was dissuaded from engaging Tyson. If there was any truth to what I saw, he was safe now. Okay, well, yeah. I believe him. Pretty much. Was just heating up pizza before going to hang with Haas. Apparently he has a few questions for me. I'm flattered at the attention, but if he asks me out, I don't know what I'm going to say. Any advice? I sighed out. It seemed like whatever I had seen wasn't going to come to pass now. Well, I guess just be honest. He might seem a little odd, but hear him out. Haas and I have spoken loads of times. How would this be any different? He was talking about trying to be truer to himself. I don't know. If he seems different, then that might be why. He's still our friend, though. Oh, for sure. Although, that does make me wonder, why now? What changed?
I'm sure if I asked him, he'd tell me, right?
Orlando pulled a piece of pizza he was heating, checking it, and and threw it back into the microwave for another minute. The rest of it's in the fridge, yeah?
Yeah, but don't take both plates. I promised Benson he could have the stuff on the other plate.
I went over to the fridge and pulled one of the plates, the other seemingly with the same amount of pizza I had just removed. I didn't know Benson liked pizza that much.
Almost seemed like he was asking on behalf of someone else. But we're the only ones here, right?
As far as I know, yeah.
Oh, well. Suppose, it doesn't matter, really.
Once the microwave chimed, Orlando took his pizza out and stepped aside as I could reheat the slice I wanted.
All right, I'll leave you to it. I'll let you know how it goes tomorrow.
Orlando hurried away, always biting into a slice, already biting into a slice before making it out of the all the way through the door. Orlando's cute. I know I wasn't like super big on him when I started playing, but you know, he's grown on me. He's grown on me. I think the only one that I've like stayed like just is Roswell. Like I'm not really into Roswell. I'm not really into Orlando, but like I feel like I would be good friends with him, you know. Like I'd want to hang out, talk about boys, you know, like that kind of friend. Once I'd eaten, I made my way back to the foyer, the sound of a coming storm rumbling somewhere far off. Oh, Tyson, what's up? Tyson looked up from his phone while he was just sitting on the stairs, shrugging.
Not much. You?
Just ate.
Oh, cool. Headed to bed?
Probably. Not much else going on, I think.
Yeah. You look wrecked, Pop. Go get some sleep.
Why is Tyson so cute, guys? I went to walk past Tyson before I felt something bugging me in the back of my mind. It was probably nothing, but Tyson was one to give it to me as I was. Can I ask you something, Ty?
Sure, why? What's up?
The weirdest thing happened to me today, but I'm not sure if I'm just overreacting or just something else.
That's not a question, but yeah. You're a dork, so what?
No, not that. I think I got the vault open earlier, and it showed me Haas dead.
Oh yeah? Seemed pretty alive to me before.
Am I crazy? I was convinced that if I didn't try doing something, that he'd be killed tonight.
I'm saying it again. You're a dork, but...
Ty sighed and got up, putting his phone away before throwing his arm over my shoulder and walking with me upstairs.
Nah, I don't think you're crazy, Pop. I think there's a lot of crazy people in the world, but you're just...
After a few moments of watching Ty search for the word with a scowl on his face, he sighed and seemingly gave up.
Look, if you ask me to trust you on something, I gotta do it. If you say you opened the vault and say the kitty, then whatever, and save the kitty, then whatever. You did it. And I'll back you up if anyone says otherwise.
Really?
I'm not the brightest, but I'm not stupid. I've been called worse, Pop. Trust me. You're better at this stuff than I am. Best I can do is hitting you upside the head if you start fussing over too much.
When we got at the top of the stairs, Tyson smacked me on the butt and continued on to his room.
Don't lose sleep over it, Pup. You're all right. See you in the morning.
He's great. Oh, it's this scene. Okay. Yeah. Where are you? Yeah. Here in the mansion. So Thanatos is under our bed, right? That's what's happening. Oh, okay.
Then I suppose ensuring Haas watches his mouth around Tyson was just friendly advice. Granted, given how abrasive he seems, I can hardly blame him.
Stay. Oh, okay. I figured there was nothing else, nothing really left to do shy of getting ready for breakfast. I just finished putting my pants on when there was a knock on my door. Come in.
Good morning.
Oh, good morning. I slipped on a fresh shirt, followed by my hoodie, as Haas started to talk again. How did yesterday go with Orlando?
Went well. He had some interesting thoughts on the subject.
What exactly did you tell him? What exactly did you tell him, though? I wandered over to my phone, tucking into my pocket before making my bed.
I was upfront and honest about what I was feeling. Told him that I don't feel as though he knew the real me. Honestly, I had to pry him off of me with how he kept going on about how proud he was of me for coming out of the closet.
I stopped puffing my pillows to stare at him confused. Wait, you're gay too?
No, bi actually. That's not important.
Oh, well, alright.
A lot of it was that Orlando kept reinforcing that we were still friends, and that he was willing to help me with whatever way he could. To be honest, it was really, I don't want to say full on, but it was stressing me out.
I tilted my head at him, curious. Haas always seemed calm and composed. Maybe that was part of his act. His support was stressing you out?
I don't want to say that Orlando's too nice, but you were on the money about him being a good one to talk to. Had a whole bunch of advice about what really matters.
Well, alright. That sounds like a good thing, at least. What's next, what's the next step, though?
Funny you should say that.
At some point last night, I went back to my room.
Got left a note of random words that I brought to Orlando, given we were still hanging out.
Oh, is that bad? The mention of random words made me feel uneasy, wondering if this was going where I thought it would.
I wouldn't say bad, just, well, consider that it'd be like to head into your room to find a note that someone else left. If anything, it's rude to go into someone else's room without permission.
Yeah, I think I can understand.
So after talking about it to Orlando, we figured we'd see if there was any use for these words. Maybe there was a clue.
What, like potential passwords to the vault?
Well, yeah, actually. How did you know?
Oh, I couldn't keep looking at Haas, instead laughing. Just a hunch, promise.
Remind me to teach you how to lie better. Orlando thought that we should bring you along too. May as well, right?
Orlando suggested it? Why?
Don't really know. Wouldn't tell me. Did seem distraught about the idea though. Come on, won't take long, and then you could go get coffee, promise.
Well, okay, but only if we're quick.
Well, let's get going then.
Haas led the way. It was easier to put myself on auto, rather than consciously walking beside him. Hell, I was still rubbing my eyes as we descended the stairs. We descended again into the basement, heading towards the vault. The lights were already on, and we weren't the only ones down here. Orlando was already there waiting for us, sitting against the wall. He stood up as we filed in, and Haas closed the door of the room behind us. So, now we're here.
Which means it's time for this creepy list, right?
Right.
I've got it right here.
This was just in your room, right?
That's right. No indication of who left it. But given it was sitting right in the middle of my bed, whoever left it there wanted me to find it. Should we race this to the others? It's probably not good for if someone's snooping around the rooms. Well, I agree with that. But we don't really have anyone to finger for it, right? To figure for it, not finger. Unless we start comparing handwriting. Wouldn't that be a little telling? Also, if you're just leaving a note, is that so bad? What if what if they're stealing stuff as well? I can think of someone who fits that bill.
Oh, you shush. Hey, that's not fair. You can't profile him like that.
I'm with Dave on this one. Besides, there's other things clearing him of it anyway.
Oh, like what?
I don't think Tyson would know some of the words on this list anyway, so at the very least, he wouldn't have written it.
While I was intent on giving Haas the best disapproving stare I could manage, Orlando moved the conversation back on track.
What what words are on this note anyway? Is it a letter? A shopping list?
Just words, here. Haas straightened out the piece of paper that he had and flipped it around so Haas and I could read it. Sure enough, it was a list of words, all written in capital letters. I'm just gonna write these down, you know. You know how it is. Liminality. Liminality. Is that a word? Arbiter. Discovery. Okay.
Are these actual passwords?
I mean, Peacekeeper is there. Deluge. Like the Link Joker stride?
This is an odd list of words.
Any idea what they mean? I feel like you're leading us along here, maybe a little bit. Why else would we be meeting in here otherwise?
Fair point.
But yeah, I feel like these might be potential things to try in the vault, that are
some obscure reference to what to look for in the library.
Anyway, why not work through the list?
Could even turn it into take it in turns to keep things fun, or I could just type them all in and get it out of the way.
Take turns. Let's take turns.
Why don't you kick us off, Dave? Then I'll go, then Orlando, and we can rotate like that.
Oh, all right. Working down the list, we take it in turns. After each attempt, the keypad buzzes an error, no other message popping up. By the time that we work through down the list,
well, that's a shame. None of them worked. You didn't really expect any of them to work, did you? Work, right? Who would leave the solution like that? Yeah. Can't blame me for hoping, though. Still, if any of them did work, I don't know. I don't think you'd be all too happy about it.
And why's that?
No reason. No reason at all. You're almost as bad as a liar as Dave. Only reason he's worse is because of his laugh.
As if to prove his point, I began to chuckle without realizing it, but once I did, I shut my mouth. Orlando, flustered, was trying to think of something to say in response before I felt it necessary to save him. I think I know the reason.
You do?
I nodded slowly, turning to Haas. I saw you die, Haas, stabbed in the chest.
What?
I shuddered, thinking back on what I'd seen.
But how?
I pointed at the panel to which we were all familiar with by this point. Yesterday, I tried the word heroism, and, well, it showed me you dead.
What? Like on a screen or somewhere? No, more like a vision, right?
I looked to Orlando, worried. How did you? With a sigh, Orlando ran his digits through his beard, moving back to his mane.
To be honest, I've been through the same thing. Lucked into getting a word correctly. Got a horrible image right in my head soon after. It was scary.
You just lucked into a password?
Hey, I made educated guesses. It's what you'd do if it was a video game, right?
Okay, Orlando. Okay. I guess I should be calling out Grizz with that line, not Orlando.
uh, Try the things that stand out. Pay attention to what seems relevant and get the reward. I was more hoping for the door to open and get some sort of treasure, but no, just visions of murder. Worst side quest ever.
Haas looked to Orlando with a sigh, attention on him after hearing that he, too, had used the Volt and the same result that I got.
Well, that answers my question about the door not being opened. But what did you use to see me dead?
Should I be worried how the both of you imagined me dead? I couldn't tell if you're lying really well, or just both still half asleep in mid-nightmare. I looked to Orlando, curious about what word he used, but found he was already looking at me, visibly upset. Something seemed off here, but he wasn't paying much attention to Haas's question.
I don't.
He shook his head, trying to change subject.
Either way, I'm going to prepare for breakfast. I could get a cup of tea as well. Better get the coffee started too, because it looks like Dave is needing it too.
Orlando hurried out of the room without a word, ignoring the hard stare Haas was giving him.
Well, that was odd.
No kidding. I felt Haas's attention turn to me, the stare unwavering.
This thing you saw, with me dead.
Oh, what about it?
Was it before or after we had our chat by the pool?
It was before. Why? Haas scratches his chin, thoughtfully. There was a few moments of silence before he sighed out.
So I'm glad that's when you redirected me to... So I'm guessing that's why you redirected me to Orlando.
Oh,
I wondered why that was the case. Part of me wondered if you were scared I was going to hit on your older brother.
That's why he is to you, right?
At least that's what it seems like.
It's complicated, but yeah. Something told me that you and Ty would clash after that conversation. He's a bit... I pulled a face, trying to find a word to best describe how Tyson could be. Picky wasn't the right word, nor was sensitive. Granted, both weren't exactly wrong, just not entirely accurate for this case.
Well, that's my take.
It must suck being down here by yourself. He's really only got you from what I can tell, so I'm willing to give him a shot.
Really?
Yep. Might see if he wants to watch some anime or something. Maybe find something he likes, unless you already know. No, not really. I mean, that's cool that you're going to reach out to him like that. It makes me feel better, that's for sure.
No sweat.
But if he starts pushing me anyway, though, I've got better things I can be doing. Some people can't work out. Some people just can't work out as friends, after all. Right, well, that seems fair at least.
For now. Breakfast?
Yeah. After all that, I could use some coffee, maybe a muffin or something, or fruit. Fruit's good.
Well, let's go find out.
We headed back up to the dining room, my thoughts of imminent coffee hurrying me along. When we got there, I found a spot and poured myself a cup. Haas, however, went into the kitchen, presumably looking for Orlando, given he was missing too. The first sip of coffee. Oh, okay, we can. Oh, it's I don't remember what day 7 was. Day 7 was Peacekeeper, right? Yeah, something like that. Haas winked at me when he noticed I was staring, and I turned away, quickly drinking to drink my mug. He was a self-admitted liar, or at the very least, knew when other people were lying. Maybe he was putting on an act and was potentially the murderer. Seems odd that he'd say he was trying to be better about being truer to himself, unless that was some elaborate double bluff. Oh, this is the pumpkin scene, right? We're going to get a pumpkin, yeah.
So, got a question for you.
Oh, anything. What sort of question?
I've been trying something.
Something good?
Think so. Trying to be more nice, you know, and try to make friends.
Oh, that's great, Ty.
But, am I doing a good job? It's hard. And not sure it's worth the effort.
But you're really trying?
Of course I'm trying. I'm trying for you, you dork.
For me?
Yeah, why not? You like these people, it's easier for you if I get along, right?
Well, yeah, sure, but I can't say I was expecting you to actively, make an effort.
Well, thanks for the vote of confidence. If they don't give me a shot, though, that's it. Fuck them.
Oh,
So I was thinking of maybe trying with Haas first.
I flinch, trying to stay calm. I didn't really know why, but something told me that there was a recipe for disaster, but I figured it would be best to ask first. Why Haas?
He's the new guy. Don't know him. He doesn't know me. Hopefully he can give me a fair shot.
That seems like a good call.
I have my moments. Any advice, though?
Let's see, maybe be ready to talk about anime for a while.
Oh, those dorky cartoons you watched?
I gave Tyson a deadpan look, catching him smirk.
Alright, fine. I'll lay off his hobby.
And if he tries to make you watch some?
I'll give it a shot. Sure, may as well. Didn't get to watch TV all that much, so...
Something about this made me happy, or maybe it was just relief. I made a move forward and slipped in the soil, falling to my hands and knees.
You doing all right there, or did you just forget how to walk?
No, I think I slipped on something. Yeah, the metal. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I don't think I've carved a pumpkin in a few years, though. What about you, Haas?
Huh? Me?
Yeah, you've been carving things before, right?
Same as you, I guess. Just been a few years, yeah. Sorry, just got distracted about something.
I looked at Haas, confused, tilting my head. Roswell grunted, seemingly just as confused. About what? I just remembered that I owe Dave an apology for yesterday. Oh, that's... Whoops. They're both, like, purple. I'm sorry. I just remembered that I owe Dave an apology for yesterday. That must have really come out of nowhere. So, sorry about that. All true though, and I do intend to keep what I said the truth. You lied about something? I don't get it.
It's not important.
You can't say things like that and just expect me to not want to know. Okay. The broad strokes is that I promised Dave that I'd try and be less fake. But I sort of dumped it on him about, after grilling him about why we're not the best friends. Why we're not better friends. Oh. I could tell Roswell was reeling from the sudden confession and not really knew how to process it. His eyes kept darting from Haas to somewhere else, anywhere else, only to return to the lion. Well, it's not that bad, Roswell. Promise. Haas is just, trying to be a better person. No, not that. I guess I'm just curious. About what, though? About what parts of our friendship were true? If he was faking, how much of it was an act? Wait, no, I didn't mean... I have knives! Comforting. Was it something I said? Oh, no, just, I looked between the three of them, needing to say something, anything, at this point to break the silence. We're all friends, right, Orlando? Of course we're friends. The anime club Tomodachi is the real deal. That's kind of cringe, Orlando. It's kind of cringe. Now, if you said Nakama, I'd be down. But oh, why wouldn't we be friends? Yeah, you're right. Friends. Friends. Now, Pumpkin? That's a cute scene. And we just, oh, okay. Okay. Oh, been hiding something from me, Dave? No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Honest. I pick it up in the greenhouse under the pumpkin, see? I showed him in Orlando, Haas plucking it out from my hands carefully. Oh, it's Tauros. He passes it back not a moment later. Guess this means we're tied, huh? Sadly, I was liking being in front. Just means I'll need to redouble my efforts. Just remember, 00 is still 0. Damn. You may have lucked out in the maze, but you're going to need it to put in some work now. Ty, everything all right? Huh? Oh, yeah, everything's fine. Haas just beat me to it. Oh, all right. Hey, Roswell. Yeah? Do you mind giving Orlando another set of hands to finish things up here? I have a certain hyena. I have to get a certain hyena cleaned. Wait, I'm still here. I think, Dave is able to wash himself, Haas. After that warning from Tyson, explains why he didn't wash out the chlorine from his fur properly yesterday. I shrank in my shoulders, laughing bashfully. There were just some spots. It just was too hard for one person to reach, thus the brush, but oftentimes I just forget or still miss the spot anyway. Is this appropriate? I'm not going to be jumping in with him. Don't worry. Just going to make sure he gets it all out. Unless we want a bright orange hyena from the pumpkin staining his fur. Oh, good point. Carry on then. Well, I guess we'll handle the cleanup here while you handle cleaning up Dave. Wait, don't I get a say in this? Nope. Now come on, you. Time for a bath or, well, shower. Next, I was thoroughly marched upstairs, Haas guiding me along by the shoulders. Haas shot us a confused look on the way out, but made no effort to intervene. All right, strip down and get in the shower. That's a line. What, like, right now? We both have a dick, Dave. My younger brother even has one, so what? Okay, for starters, that was maybe only the second thing worrying about this. What?
Did you want me to undress too? That'd be a bit too much like Dean, wouldn't it?
My cheeks were were red, mid-rebuttal. Not really sure how to, continue with how flustered Haas had gotten me only after a few sentences.
Seriously though, get those clothes off and get into the shower.
What are you going to do?
Me? Well, for starters, I'm going to go to my room and get cleaned up. I'm a lot less messy than you are.
Hey, I'll be done in no time.
No. You are going to keep scrubbing until I get back so I can check.
Fine. Let me get my scrubbing brush. After I retrieve it from my bag, I showed Haas, who seemingly was satisfied enough to leave me be. I wandered into the bathroom and stripped down, setting the water to hot and getting into the shower. Maybe it was overkill on the temperature, as I yelped the moment I stepped in, but quickly acclimated to the water. The water ran tinged with orange as the pulp and seeds had that had stuck fell from my fur to the floor on the floor of the shower. More again when I lathered up and started to tease bunches of my fur with the shampoo. Sometimes I wish I wasn't so fluffy. I continued cleaning, grumbling as I did so until it was time to use the brush. Bracing myself against the wall of the shower, I started to scrub my back, not being able to see which parts you'd gotten made. I'm having troubles reading. Gotten being thorough difficult, especially when there was one spot in particular you always missed. After repeating the same process a few times, I heard the door to the bathroom open, and I immediately covered myself with my hands for modesty.
Still scrubbing?
Yes, but did you need to come into the bathroom?
Hey, you've still got the shower curtain. It wasn't like I was going to just walk in and see you through the glass door.
But you could have.
In a house this old, not likely. Either way, let me see if you got if you got everywhere.
I barely had that time to turn away as he flung back the curtain. I even tucked my tail between my legs nervously, just waiting for the cat call. But it never came. Instead, he was gentle, staring at my neck and teasing the fur to inspect it. He worked lower, only getting as far as just under my shoulders, before I couldn't feel him touching me anymore.
Yep, looks clean to me.
I brought something that might help your fur, though, so get dry and meet me out in your room once you're done. But my clothes are out there still.
Well, yeah, but you're not putting that hoodie back on until it's clean. You can wear something else. And a towel will do fine. You can get changed after I'm gone.
I kept my eyes glued to the tile in front of me, but I could hear Haas backing out of the bathroom and closing the door behind me. Him. What breath I had been holding came out as a relieved sigh, not knowing if it was because I was deemed adequately clean, or if it was because he saw me naked for the most. Oh, that's covered. Modesty? Mostly? Whatever. Rinsing once more and shutting off the water, I grabbed the towel I'd left out and gave myself a primary dry. Next came the blow dry, my smile broadening as the hot air made my fur fluffy and warm. Normally would be the time I'd brush or be brushed against my will, depending, but I figured the less I messed with it, the better, and until whatever Haas wanted to do was done. Haas wanted me in the bed, was waiting on my bed, coiling part of his mane idly around a finger, while he held a small container with the other.
All dry?
All dry. I held the towel protectively around my waist, wandering halfway to the bed and stopping.
Why do you stop there? Either hop up on the bed or kneel on the floor facing the other way. Come on. Shuffling closer, I opted to sitting at the edge of the bed next to Haas, only for him to roll back and kneel behind me. Haas, what are you... I almost immediately after he was in position, he started kneading a spot on my back and a little ways down to my neck. It was sore, and then good, then back to sore, and then relaxing. You're tense. Because you walked in on me in the shower. It's not that big of a deal. I didn't even see anything. Good. Haas chuckled soon after my reply. I could almost imagine what his face would look like as I leaned more into his massage. Someone's liking this. Shut up, it feels nice. A lot of things feel nice, Dave. Next you'll ask me to brush your fur. Well, if you're offering. You wish. Next I heard him open that tub, a pleasant aroma wafting from whatever was inside. Oh, what's that? Product. Stuff that I use in my fur to keep it healthy. But what's that smell? Uh-huh. Oh, this stuff smells like coconut and lime here. Haas handed me the container, a thick white substance contained within. As I held it up to my nose, that strong, pleasant scent took me over. Oh, it reminds me of the beach. The beach, huh? I took another waft of the lotion while Haas started to knead the spot on my back. Working whatever this stuff was into my fur, but then I realized upon pulling the container away from my nose, this was not what Haas was normally like. Conscious of his appearance, maybe, but this broadened on doting, right? Very few people have done something like this to me, even discounting my current state of undress. Not that it was a bad thing, but I felt I had to ask. Hey, Haas. What's up? Why are you doing this? I'm helping you out. No, I mean, this is just another act. My question was unanswered, with Haas just continuing to massage my back. I shrank, continuing as quiet as he was until he pulled away a minute later. All right, all done. I handed the container back, and he screwed the lid back on, sliding off the bed and wandering towards the door. Haas, wait. He continued, turning halfway and looking at me with a smile. Are you just faking? Is this the real you, or? It's a start. It's less scary behind closed doors, less fear of judgment. This is just a taste, Dave. I'm sorry that it's, well, not the whole deal, but trust me, I'm trying. I don't want to hit the ground running as so much as start out of maybe a jog first. Okay. Haas rolled the container in his hand, seeming thoughtful. You get dressed, and I'll meet you downstairs, all right? Take as long as you need. Okay, I think I'll stop here. So, yeah. Haas is interesting. Also, what, no CG of him looking at Dave in the shower? Like, come on. Grizz. Please, Grizz. Anyway, I hope to see you around.